Hi, I'm Kevin Bourne, you're watching Mariners TV.
So Lee, back to winning ways today, how do you reflect on that game?
Yeah, obviously, very, very pleased with the result. Extremely pleased with some of the phases of our performance. And to score 4 goals, is obviously very pleasing. We've conceded a penalty which was disappointing, but lots of really positive signs from us. That 15-20 minutes before half time was possibly the strongest 20 minutes we've had of the season so far. And then second half we maybe struggled to get going. We struggled to get those levels back up again initially, but then that was interspersed with real, some scintillating bits of play really. 3 or 4 of the phases of play that we executed in the second half were out of this world and should have really resulted in goals. But overall a really pleasing, satisfying performance from us. It obviously helps when we're starting to get bodies back now, and hopefully that'll continue into next week as well. Obviously Jason becomes available for us again, and we've got 1 or 2 others that are getting closer by the minute.
You scored 4 goals in 9 minutes at one stage in that first half. That must have been a real glimpse of what you can do going forward, I guess.
Yeah, and it was a massive positive for us, because although we've generally been high scorers over the last 3 years or so, we've not often done that to teams where we've had phases where we've blown teams away, and certainly not for a little while anyway. We've seen that against Ossett in the final pre-season game, and we've done it again today, and hopefully we can continue to do it throughout the season, because when we click, we are an absolute handful. We really are. And there was little bits of sloppy bits of play. Of course, the elements were a little bit troublesome at times, with the wind being really strong. But there was some sloppy bits of play, but that's completely overshadowed by some of the bits of play that we've shown today, and I'm sure the crowd can go away really positive and looking forward to the next game.
Jordan came on for his debut in the second half there as well. How pleased are you to have him on board?
Yeah, really pleased. We said to everybody before the game that I think we're getting really close, if not we're already there, with a situation that everybody has got serious competition for the place in the side now. So from 1 to 11 across all areas of the pitch, we've got real top quality competition for places. I mean, you only have to look at our bench today to see where we're at. And obviously we've got, like I say, we've got John Shaw still to come back in. We've got Luke Daly, who's going to be out for a little while still, but obviously Luke will come back into the fold at some point. Jason, obviously, I've already mentioned, and so and then we've got 4 or 5 lads who didn't even make the squad today. So it's looking really healthy for us, and it's just about everybody pushing better standards out of each other, and when they get that opportunity to put the shirt on, they've got to really try and grasp that opportunity with both hands.
And obviously next Saturday is Cole in the FA Cup. How much are you looking forward to being part of that competition again? How much motivation is it to have a good run in that one?
Yeah, a couple of years ago we obviously had a fantastic run, nearly got to the first round proper, and I think when we assess the squad that we have now, of course it's all about getting it right on the day, but if we assess the squad now, I'd argue we've got a stronger squad than what we had back then across the board. And so of course you're at the mercy of the draw and various other things. Everybody needs a little bit of luck along the way, but it's certainly a competition that we can enjoy, and hopefully grab a little bit of attention for ourselves if we can get through the latter rounds.
I guess you can't look past that Cole game at the moment. How much of a challenge are you expecting against them next Saturday?
Without a doubt, like I've just said, it's all down to getting it right on the day, and we can talk about how strong our squad is, but it's 11v11 next Saturday, and if our 11 aren't clued in as much as their 11, then we've got a real serious chance of going out at the first hurdle, as everybody has. And so, you know, but we can take a lot of confidence from today's game. And although, you know, we only picked up 1 point from the previous 2 games, both myself and Graham, you know, we understand the reasons we feel why, and it wasn't really a massive concern to us. We've got ultimate belief in what we've got in our dressing room, and hopefully today can mark the start of a really strong run for us in the league campaign moving forwards.